Hi, let's take a very important question related to concept of word problems. Question given to us is a TV survey says 136 students watch only program P1, 107 watch only program P2, 27 students watch program P3, 25 students watch P1 and P2 but not P3, 37 students watch program P2 and P3 but not P1, 53 students watch program P1 and P3 but not P2, 40 students watch all three programs, and 80 students do not watch any of these programs. With the help of a Venn diagram, few questions are given to us, right? We need to answer those questions. So first of all, whenever we solve any word problem, there are two ways of solving. Either we can solve by Venn diagram or we can solve by a formula. But here, if you observe this question, we have to solve this sum with the help of a Venn diagram. That means we have to draw Venn diagram first. So what is given to us? It says that a TV survey says 136 students watch only program P1, 107 watch program P2 and 27 watch program P3. So first of all, in order to start with Venn diagram, we'll draw a rectangle which is represented by a universal set denoted by capital U. Now if you observe here, there are three programs which are mentioned in this sum, that is program P1, program P2 and program P3. That means we are going to draw three geometrical figures, one figure representing P1, next figure representing P2 and next figure representing P3. That means we have to draw three circles, right? So first circle for P1, second circle for P2 and third circle for P3. Now it says that 136 students watch program P1, 107 watch P2 and 27 watch P3. Now whenever we solve Venn diagram, it is always important that we always find that value which belongs to all three parts, that is common. So it is given that 40 students watch all the three programs. That means 40 students are those students who belongs to program P1 as well as P2 as well as P3. That means we have to intersect all three circles in such a manner that we get a common part, and we can observe here that this portion is a common portion belonging to program P1 as well as P2 as well as P3, and we write value of that portion as 40. Now what else is given? It says that 80 students do not watch any of this program. That means that 80 should be written outside these three circles. We can write 80 anywhere outside these three circles. Further it says that 136 students watch only program P1. That means we have to write this 136 in the circle which represents P1. 107 watch only program P2. That means we have to write this 107 in a circle representing program P2. Next information which is given to us is 27 students watch only program P3. That means we have to write this 27 in a circle representing program P3. Further it says that 25 students watch program P1 and P2 but does not watch program P3. That means we have to take common part of P1 and P2 and we have to exclude a part which belongs to program P3. That means this part, if you observe, is a common part of P1 and P2, but from this common part we have to exclude this 40 because it belongs to program P3, and we write a number 25 over here. Further it says that 37 watch P2 and P3 but not P1. That means we have to take common part of P2 and P3, but we have to exclude this red color part which belongs to P1, and we write number over here, that is 37. Further it says that 53 students watch P1 and P3 but does not watch P2. That means we have to consider common part of P1 and P3, but we have to exclude this red color which belongs to P2, and number which will be written over here is 53. That means we have completed with the Venn diagram. Now using this Venn diagram we have to answer three questions. First question is, we have to find a number of students who watch program P1. That means we have to find number of P1 viewers. In order to find number of P1 viewers, what exactly we need to do? Whatever number we observe inside this circle, that is P1, we have to just add all the numbers, and value which is getting is nothing but number of P1 viewers. So we'll add all the numbers. So let's add. It is 136, 25, 40 and 53. So we write 136 plus 25 plus 53 plus 40. Now child, when we add all these four numbers, we get answer as 254. That means number of P1 viewer is nothing but 254. Now next question is number of P2 or P3 viewers. Now when we say or, it means union, and we say union, it is nothing but collection of all numbers belonging to program P2 as well as belonging to program P3. So what exactly we need to do? In circle P2 and circle P3, whatever numbers are written, we have to add all the numbers, right? So we'll take all the numbers and we'll add and we'll get the answer. So let's start writing all the numbers belonging to circle P2 and P3. So 107, then we have 25, then we have 40, then we have 37, then we have 27, and then we have 53. Now when we add all these six numbers, we'll get answer as 289. Therefore number of P2 or P3 viewer is 289. Let's take third question. It says that total number of viewers, right? It means total number of viewers survey. That means we have to add all these number along with 80. Now these 80 are those who do not watch any of the program, but they are survey. That means we have to take this 80 when we find value of total number of viewers survey. So let's add all the number one by one and let's see what answer we get. So we start with 136 plus 25 plus 40 plus 107 plus 37 plus 27 plus 53, and don't forget to add 80 because they are also surveying, right? So when we add all the numbers, we get answer as 505. So we say that total number of viewers survey is nothing but 505.